Hello, everyone. Good morning, America. Good afternoon, Kenya. And welcome to Farova Studios, where is more than just an interview. This studio, we get to know you, the community gets to know you, and the world gets to reach out to you. And most importantly, you get empowered, encouraged, build network, and realize your impact in the community. As we go through these tough times, I think we need to encourage each other so that we can move forward. And together we can go through this pandemic. To cut the long story short, with due respect, our today's guest is Mr. Christopher Karanja, also known as Kadiri Galgalo, all the way from Kawangware. This guy, man, he has an intriguing story that just sit back and relax as we go through, as he shares his childhood experience and what he's going through right now. He's doing great job. I'm telling you, great job in Kawangware, man. So tune in because stay right there. Don't move because Kadiri got something to tell you. Maybe give you a wake up call and say, man, I need to do something. But this guy is doing great. Let's welcome Mr. Kadiri. Mr. Kadiri Galgalo. His full name is Mr. Christopher Karanja from Kawangware. How are you doing, Mr. Karanja, today?
I'm really doing great, and I'm humbled to be here. I'm pleased to be here for the show with FDI Farova Development Initiative.
Thank you very much. I know it's been a long journey. You being a, can I say Kawangwarian or Ongwaro, you know, as you call it, man. You know, you guys, when I was back home, you know, all the time, the coach tells me, hey, man, you're going to play in Ongwaro, man. I'm just like, wow. You always give us a stiff competition there. So you guys, we really appreciate you guys. So, Mr. Kadiri, welcome to the studio, Farova. I know it's been a while since we catch up with you. Just for the viewers to know who you are, can you tell us more about you, if you don't mind?
Okay, yeah. My name is Christopher Karanja, better known as Kadiri Galgalo. I'm a sports administrator. I'm a coach and also work with the community. So basically, I just love working for my community and also working with the children and youth. So just want to try and make our society a better society. So basically, I'm just a former player who has passion for the community. So I just love working with the community and working with the kids, mostly with the kids and the youth.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kadiri. I mean, it's inspiring to hear you what you like to do as a community organizer and being a coach. And maybe just to go back, can you tell us what you're more involved, actually your position in the community? What do you do in the community?
Okay, basically, currently I'm the director of Mainstream Sports Academy, which is an academy here in Kawangware. It was started by former players, both local and international, in the year 2009. We came up with like an after-school program, you know, where the kids were just idling in the community, you know, doing all sorts of vices. So we started the academy bare feet, bare chested with the guys whom we had, because we had a lot to give back to the community. And as for me, because I had just stopped playing, you know, active football in 2008, so I decided to work with the community more. So basically, I also joined some youth groups who are doing some, you know, marvelous things for the community. You know, things like behavioral change communication, HIV and AIDS seminars, community cleanups. So basically that's what we do. We just talk to the kids, we talk to the youth, we just give them the direction, give them the motivation, and also share our experiences, both playing in the top flight and also in the lower leagues, because I've played virtually in every league in Kenya. So I think we are the best people to talk to the youth and to the children about where we've come from.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Kadiri. It's inspiring to hear you what you're doing in the community. I know it's not easy sometimes, and you get to talk to kids who are really struggling, and you try to motivate them. You being in that neighborhood, the challenges actually you've gone through or you are facing right now. Can you just tell us what are the challenges or the struggles you face while you're doing what you like to do?
Okay, like for us, currently we are facing a lot of challenges with equipment because we lack equipment. So, we have very many kids and you have very little equipment. So sometimes it's hard, just to provide the balls, the bibs, sometimes even the cones. But we try to improvise also. It becomes very hard because we have to dig into our pockets just to mend the balls, because the fields we are playing in, most of the time the balls get worn out quickly, and also they get punctured very easily because you find there are some fences which have thorns, so it's kind of hard just to maintain the equipment. More so, it's kind of challenging because sometimes working for the community, and you have a family to feed, you have a roof over your head, also you have children in school, so it becomes very hard to get many volunteers. Like you have quite very very few volunteers who are willing to work with the community, because it becomes challenging. Because sometimes even when you want to go for a match, you have to dig deep into your pockets. Maybe the best players you have are the ones who don't have transport to go to the match, so
Yes.
you have to chip in yourself so that at least you can be able to carry a good team to go and play. Also, we are ridiculed in the society, whereby people tell you, hey, you volunteer a lot. Even sometimes other people think that you earn from the kids. Like you earn through the kids. So you
Wow.
find sometimes you're demoralized. Because you think, I'm giving my time, I'm giving my money, I'm giving everything, just to see we have a better community. We have a better society where there's no crime, there's no drugs and substance abuse, there's no prostitution. So you just give your all, but sometimes you become like a laughing stock, in the community. So it becomes a lot, it becomes challenging just to, when you go back home, you find maybe you don't have food to put on your table. You start maybe saying, hey, let's go and borrow, let's go and do this. Maybe you'll find even your house is locked. So it becomes really challenging, thinking that you're giving your all to the community, but maybe sometimes they think that we earn from what we are doing, but sometimes you even give there's little we have. So those are some of the challenges we are facing.
Man, I mean that's um, to come to that perspective of you giving out your best, and then there's some people back saying that you're earning something out of it. You must be a tough guy, whereby those are the things that you don't even take in your mind, and you just continue to do what you like. Before we go to the next question, I want to just play a clip here, and then we'll talk more about when you come back. I think you're gonna answer. I'm gonna ask you the question about how do you handle those people who disagree with you, or maybe they don't go back, giving us a deep perspective on what I go through in Kawangware. Back to the question. So, how do you deal with these guys, or maybe this, we call them back voices, or they say all those stuff. How do you come about that? And tell us, is does it motivate you,
yeah,
or what happens? Just share with
yeah.
us.
So yeah. So for like for me, you have to to strive to your goals, because some people are there to derail you.
Yes, sir.
So most of the time I take it as a positive energy, because when people tell me that, it gives me motivation to work even harder. So most of them, I just tell them, try and come and volunteer, because you'll find even some of your friends are thinking of the same thing. So you find most of the time when you get like those guys who have negative energy, they want to spill all their anger and everything on you. You just tell them, just come and try and like give back to the community, because you find most of us, players, who are playing in the Premier League, like in Kenya, they don't even come back. Like in Eastlands, it's different from Kawangware, because you find most of the players in Eastlands, like right now, you can find them training. If it's goalkeeper trainers, you'll find them training the young goalkeepers. But when
Yes.
you come to our side, it's kind of totally different, whereby you'll find people who even have not played football come to give back to the community. They come to help us train the kids. But you find those who are playing possibly in the Premier League, even those who've gone to international football, most of the time after that, I went back to my community, that is World Hope Center, now called City Stars, and then we started the World Hope Youth Team. Me and some couple of guys who are there, and I believe we were lucky enough to have the likes of David Gateri, David Kingatwa, who are playing for Bandari, Anthony Kimani. We have a huge lineup of players who passed through us when we were at World Hope Youth Center. Also, I started my active coaching career in 2009, and I was lucky enough for that when I had decided to go back to my community, because World Hope is a far distance to where we are in Kawangware. So we decided to go back to Kawangware, and I was lucky enough to have the first training, the second, I believe it was the second, because the first one, it was done by the CDF in my area, possibly in 2004, 2005. It was just a basic coaching course by KFF. But then we had KFF, so I attended the coaching course by KFF. It was a basic course. And then in 2009, I attended the MISA, KNVB, that is Kenya Institute of Soccer Education, which is led by Francis Kimanzi. And then we had the KNVB training for the basic course. And then after the basic course, I had a couple of more sessions. I've gone to Uganda for a session, for a course. I've also done an advanced coaching course with KNVB still. Also, I've done a couple of coaching courses with coaches from America, Chad Lidley and Paulo Neto. And then I've done the FKF basic and advanced course. So basically, I'm hoping when we get back to normal, after the new normal, I will be able to have the CAF licensee, which is mandatory if you want to coach any, possibly a Premier League team here in Kenya. So I would love to do a CAF licensee course, but for us, it comes with a price tag, because as you can see, possibly we work with the community, so it's kind of hard for me to afford the 20,000 which is needed, and also because I know it won't be done in my area. I'll have to travel maybe to town or to anywhere it will be done, because I'm willing even to go to Uganda or
Wow.
Zambia or anywhere just to do the
Yes.
course, because
Yeah.
at least I want to get the licenses, because for now, at least you need to have the licenses if you want to make it out there. So for me, I just want to give the best to my community. So I'll have to work extra hard so that I can get the courses.
I mean, that's inspiring. The way you're saying about the licensing, that's the thing that touched me, because you kind of want to go forward. You're trying to aim, and the theme of this show is something similar like that. Actually, not similar, something exact like that, because we're trying to empower people like you. And we as the Farova board, under the guidance of Charles Murori, we got Philip Lukachi, Mr. Philip Kiongo Owiti, we got Cheche Bak Mtaani, Mbidhi Musyoki, Noringa Titi. All of us, we come together. Not forgetting Muhammad Ali. Ali Muhammad used to play for Madare. We're all together here. We do all this. We come together. So I think the thing I just grabbed there is your licensee, which you want to go forward for the CAF. We're going to try and we as the board members, I think I'm going to promise you 50%. We're going to cater for that. And if there's anybody out there who wants to chip in and help you, we will be happy to do that. But once you get your logistics, let us know through our email, farova.development@gmail.com, and then we can link up to you, and then you can try and go and get the courses once everything is open. I know, right, with COVID-19 right now, things are all shut down, but whenever it opens, get in touch with us. You got our email, you got our Facebook page. Get in touch with us. We'll chip in and make your dreams come true. Want you to continue giving back in the community. So
before you go on,
yes,
before you go on, you forgot one of my people in your board who possibly is you're bringing him up, Freddie Mgani.
Yeah, Freddie Mgani. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We talked, but we haven't had a formal meeting with him. We have to write him an official letter. Then from there, we'll accommodate him, because he is one of the younger guys here who really is a smart gentleman, who really inspiring, and is doing great things in Seattle. So we're gonna get him on board definitely. So with that said, thanks for the reminder, though, Kadiri. It really crossed my mind. He'll be joining us soon. And then now to go to I know it's kind of hard sometimes you dealing with the kids as a coach, you know. How do you keep up with that? I know you have like 50 or so, I don't know how many kids. How do you manage to organize your volunteers or your staff to take care of them? You know, I think that's the challenging part. How do you do that?
Okay, basically I've got a wonderful team I'm working with. As you said, we need to create leaders, you know, like we have to, you know, to give them a sense of belonging. So for me, I have like 6 to 7 non-paid volunteers who are really, you know, into working with the kids. You know, they are the father figures. Some of them even don't have families. They're very young, you know, like 23, 24, but they're working with the kids is tremendous. You know, they do everything for the kids. You know, they can even buy for them boots. You know, if there's something being sold for a goalkeeper, you know, the coaches, you know, dig deep into their pocket. So I've tried to organize some coaching courses for them, the basic licenses. You know, any kind of coaching course I hear in my area, I try to organize for them. So at least I'm trying to give them the knowledge and also showing them practically how it's done. So we usually meet, you know, like every week we have to have a meeting once a week, because we have to discuss of what we are going to do. So we have the coaches and the teams that they are working with. So we have a very good team manager. You know, that's the academy manager. His name is David Gige, better known as Ngich Katel. I have John Bosco. I have Coach Deco. I have Coach Tina. She's working with the girls right now. I have Coach Bobby. Also, I have one of the former players who's come and helped me called Size 8. He was a former player, you know, playing for us in the league, but currently he's coming to help us. Also, I try to give the younger boys, you know, the under 19s, you know, roles and responsibilities in the teams. Sometimes I tell them, hey, this week the coaches are not going to come for training. Possibly they have, you know, like commitments. Some of the coaches are doing, you know, like coaching courses and stuff. So the bigger boys have to organize, you know, trainings for the smaller boys. So the under 19s take charge. I tell the captain, hey, you have to choose like 3 or 5 guys. Sometimes I even given the mantle to the under 14, under 13s. We have a very elite under 13 squad, which now is turning to under 15. They were playing in an under 15 league, and they came third position. We also had our under 15 team in that league, which came possibly seventh or eighth. So I can say we have very good players who really love to work with us. So sometimes I give them the mantle, today you're taking over the session. Yeah, we won't tell you what to do, just come, pick the balls. They have to count the balls, they have to take care of the beams, they have to take care of the cons, they have to put, like mark the fields. So I try to make leaders out of them. So that's the only way we can work, because sometimes someday I won't be there, but I want to leave. I don't want when I won't be there, mainstream won't be there. No, I want when I won't be there, mainstream will still go on. Wherever I'll be, I'll know, hey, I develop leaders. So I believe that's how I'm coming up with the strategy.
Yeah, that's a powerful message, because whatever you are saying and you're trying to implicate, you're trying to mentor these young kids, and be responsible so that one day, yeah, you won't be there. So as if you're passing the baton, and that's what it's needed in the community. You train people, get them to know what you're doing, and then they take over. So one day you'll be sitting on the side and say, "Wow, I did my best." So, Mr. Kadiri, we thank you very much for joining us today, and I just like to encourage you, keep on doing what you're doing, and we as Farova, we're gonna be behind you and help you where we can. Whatever we give, I think that will be our best. That's what I can say, and we'll try very hard. I know when we were talking about this, I shared your story with Baresi under Kombora Soccer. So there are things underway coming to your side. I won't tell them live on air because they are not yet set. But once everything is set, we'll let you know. And I'm sure Barres is a straight guy. He's gonna be fulfill his promises. So I'm gonna just play a small clip before we wind up. This is for whatever he does with the soccer shoes. I mean, not soccer shoes, but the soccer ball. You can.
Kombora ni boli poa. Kombora tuliza boli manja mdogo.
Thank you, Mr. Kadiri. I mean, it's been a good session. As I normally say in this program, we last from 30 to 45 minutes, so we're not going to get too much of your time. We appreciate you. And I'm sure people out there, they're going to be going to keep their eyes open and ears open as well to see what you're doing and come and encourage you. So really appreciate you, and we'll keep in touch. And my friend, keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Farova loves you, and we're going to take care of you whenever we need to.
All right? Anytime.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Kombora ni boli poa. Kombora tuliza boli manja mdogo.
Yes, man. Thank you guys for staying tuned in our studios. You've all heard what a great guy Mr. Kadiri is. He's doing, great stuff in Kawangware, and he's trying to spread the wings to other areas. And you've heard it yourself. I mean, I can't add anything other than just encourage him to do what he's doing good. And we like to challenge anybody out there, especially Kawangware area. Get in touch with Kadiri. You guys team up and continue doing great things for the community. I mean, sometimes they say two heads is better than one, So I'm sure if Kadiri gets help like the one he's getting from Gold Project, he needs some volunteers and all this help. Guys, get in touch with him anytime. It's a cool guy, as you've heard. He's somebody who is willing to give back and mentoring young kids, and though he's getting through some challenges, is trying his best to get over them. So guys, man, this guy is a great guy, and we are gonna get a second show in a few minutes. It's a Swahili. We're gonna talk more about mtaani, they say, neighborhood. So as we can tell, he's a proud guy who hails from Kawangware. So the next session will be here, and we have a surprise guest who's going to surprise Mr. Kadiri. So tune in our Swahili version, and we can interact more. If you have any comments, you can reach us through uh, our email or Facebook page, Farova Developmental Initiative, and we can work together. And if you know anybody out there doing great work like Kadiri, please feel free to contact us, and we can spread the word. This is a platform for you guys to come and showcase what you're doing. If you know anybody out there, bring them forward. We'll be happy to interview him or her, and we'll move forward. Without closing remarks, I'll say thanks to Kombora Soccer for all the support, and thanks to Farova board members. We really appreciate your support in everything that we do. Without you, we couldn't have this success. So, guys, hopefully we'll see you guys next time. But remember, there's a second show coming up in Swahili, more with Kadiri, just Swahili, and some English words, as you know, Sheng. And then we have a surprise guest. So don't miss our second show. Right? Thank you.